Potato. So good.
But we needs a few good taters. What's taters, precious? Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. So, back with you in another good old video here. This is one of my favorites from childhood, especially we'd have it a lot, and it's always so delicious to me. Just a good old crockpot roast. So, you can see over there, I got it's about a 2.5 pound, I think it was 2.58 pound chuck roast. So I got it seasoned off with just my Morton seasoned salt. I'll kind of sear it off in my cast iron skillet to kind of get a good sear on it, get good color before I put it in there. So what I got going in it was a few onions. I always like a lot of onions, really. So what I'll do is layer the bottom with a few onions there, set the roast on top of it, and then I'll start layering in my other stuff. So got some celery here, carrots, and then some little red potatoes I have as well. So that's the kind of veggies that's going to go in there. Then I got some garlic that I'll probably sprinkle around, about 2 tablespoons or so in there. Just sprinkle around. And then the good old slow cooker mix will go in there. So it's just like a cup of water and it mixed together and then poured in and over it. And I usually pour in more water to cover. So but that's what we got going on. That's already, looks like it's smoking a little bit, so you can get it in there, and there you go. Get it to searing off. So let me sear that off, and I'll see y'all back probably when I'm putting it in here. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alrighty, y'all, back with you here. Got it seared off there good. It's looking good. I'll show a little quick video of what it looks like color-wise for y'all to see. So you can see got good color on it there, so now I'm kind of just layering the bottom here with my onions so the roast can go ahead and sit on those. That way it's not right on the bottom, it's slightly elevated. So if I can get this out of there, there we go. And there she goes. Slide that off the heat. And now we'll go ahead and pour our liquid over the top of it too, so we can go ahead and get liquid in the bottom of it as well. And then I'll probably go ahead and pour some more liquid over it, to just water over it to kind of give it some more juices to cook out, because that's always kind of the best part anyway. But now I'm just going to start throwing in little handfuls of my veggies, let them kind of cover and get some good flavor on them, and then kind of flavor up the roast as well. And you can put in whatever your favorite vegetables are, and then you can change up your potatoes as well. You can use russets chopped up, or you can use Yukon Golds. I was hoping to find the little baby Yukon Golds, but no luck. All the onions are good there. For me, I like the onions a lot. So now we'll kind of strow the potatoes around the outside, let them get in there good and cook. There we go. Got the taters in there. I need to spoon me in some garlic. There's 1, 2. There we go. About 2 spoonfuls, so 2 tablespoons or a little bit more. So I got that on high. So now I'm gonna fill it on up with water to get the potatoes kind of slightly covered up. Then I'm just gonna let it cook until my potatoes get tender, and once they're tendered up, I know the meat's done as well, and the carrots and everything else. So I'm just gonna let it ride. It's probably take 4 to 6 hours or so, just depending on how long it ever takes. I just let it decide, and me just chill and enjoy the smells through the house. So I'll see y'all back when it's done. But that's pretty much it for it. So I'll see y'all back when I'm getting some out to chow down on. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alrighty, y'all, back here with you to get the chow down. I'll throw a picture on screen right fast so y'all can see it. But I got me a few potatoes out, got me some onion, celery, and the carrots out, and then I got a good chunk of meat. I tested it about 10 minutes ago now, because it's 3:11 and it's about 3 o'clock. Right when I checked my meat, and it was tender and chunk came off of it, so I was like, it's done. And I really couldn't wait no more. It smells so good in here. I'm just like, oh, I want to eat. So the carrots, I did test one of them, and they've still got a touch of a bite to them, but it's not like crunchy raw carrot. But they're softened up enough. The carrot's good. It's soaked in all that kind of herby and then salty beef flavor from the roast. Because that little package of McCormick's kind of a beefy herb kind of taste to it. So like rosemary, thyme kind of taste to it that you get in there. So that carrot, it's soaked up all that. That meat, it's good and tender. So give me a chunk of that. So good. I love road crockpot roast. We had them growing up as a kid all the time, and they were always just so good to me. I never really knew what went into them besides just eating it. But there was nothing to it much, which was good for us, because there was 6 of us total with mom, dad, and us 4 kids. And here's my favorite part, the onions. And I should have put more in it. I think that every time when I have it or make it, I'm like, nah, that's enough. But I don't think that's ever enough. They soften up. They still have that nice sweet onion flavor, and then they just soak up all the juices. And then of course the taters are always good. And I always try to find the little baby potatoes, reds, the best of the Yukon Golds. And you can get the fingerling potatoes that are colored if you want it to look a little prettier and stuff too. Have different colors, but the Yukon Gold have the best flavor. But the reds, they're good. Yeah, the red potatoes are good too. They're still pretty hot. And they get so soft too. They hold together good still because they got the skin on them. Which I like the skin too. And they soak up all that flavor from that beef and that herb seasoning type package. And then I got a little bit of the seasoning off of the meat comes off too, and it's just a Morton seasoned salt. But yeah, if y'all need, which I'm sure you probably had this, but if you haven't, if you need an easy meal, the hardest part is just you have to wait for it. That's the way to go. Just get you about a 2.5, 3 pound chuck roast or some good beef roast, and then that little seasoning packet from McCormick, just that pot roast seasoning packet. Then your favorite vegetables. I use celery, onions, and carrots. Then throw in about 2 heaping tablespoons of garlic. Then filled it up with water. And I'll probably use right at 8 cups of water because I had the little over a cup to mix up the package. And then I filled on up with about 4 cups, little container in there to filling up my water level. And then just set it on high and let it go. And I mean, like I did at the start too with searing off the beef, you don't have to do that, but if you do that, it helps give you a little bit more richer, roasty beef kind of flavor. And you can do this with pork as well. Get you a good, about as small as you can, maybe 5-6 pound Boston butt or Boston hiney, as I say. And then just season it up the same way. Sear it off too good on all sides. Put it in there and do it the exact same way. You're just using beef with your same vegetables, and that's the way to go. That's so tender. So good. I love nothing to it. It's so good. Like I said, the hardest part is waiting. You can too strain off everything and get all your vegetables out, meat out, and then take all this broth and save it. Or you can take it, get your little cornstarch and water and slurry mix, put it in, make a gravy out of it to put over this. That's another really good way to use that broth. But you can, like say you ate all your meat and veggies out and you still got the broth, you can save it for sure, and it's still good for using for beef stews or whatever else down the line. But good old crock pot, I love them, man. They're easy to do. And say if you had like bigger chicken breasts, you could use chicken in this too. Just season them, sear them off, and throw them in there too. And the chicken's going to be a little bit drier and stuff because I mean it is chicken breast, but shred it up like that, and then with all the juices that you got cooked off, it's real good. Now if you do the gravy with the chicken breast, it really makes it. But anyways, I'm fixing to chow on down. I've been wanting one of these for a little while and finally got around to doing it, so I'm gonna enjoy this so y'all don't have to hear me smack. So y'all like, share, and subscribe if you want to, if you haven't already. And when you do, you're welcome on into the Head to Tail family, and we'll love you and welcome on in. So thank y'all again. I'll catch y'all on the next one.